Hey everyone, Strom here. In this video, I'm going to show you what metatables are, why we use them, and how we use them. This is one of the important concepts in object-oriented programming, and it'll help us later on when we get to understanding classes. So it's worth taking the time to really get comfortable with it now. Alright, let's get started. First of all, what is a table, and what is a metatable? We already know a table is. It is just a container. It mainly holds data in key and value pairs, and it can also hold functions. A metatable is very similar. It's also just a table, nothing special about it on its own. The difference is how we use it. We connect a metatable to a normal table, and we have to define specific rules inside the metatable. So when we try to do certain things with our normal table, like calling a key that doesn't exist, Lua will follow the rule we've set, instead of just showing nil value. Let's look at an example. Here we have a normal table called NPC, which holds some data. And separately, we have another table called MetaNPC, which also holds some data. Now, watch what happens when I try to access a key that does not exist in the NPC table. Here I'm calling jump height, which was never defined in NPC. Normally, this should give us nil value, right? But instead, it gives us an output, 7. So why didn't it print nil? It's because I connected MetaNPC as the metatable of NPC. Let's understand what these two lines actually do. First, setmetatable. This simply sets MetaNPC as the metatable of NPC. It just links the two tables together. You write it like this. But here's the catch. Just connecting the metatable isn't enough on its own. For the lookup missing keys behavior to actually work, we need this line. $_index. It is a special word Lua already knows. This $_index itself is a rule, which means finds the missing key somewhere else, and if found, then use that. You write it like this, metanpc.$_index equals metanpc, where you store $_index inside the metatable and setting it equal to the metatable itself. Let's trace through what happens when I call npc.jumpHeight. First, Lua looks inside the npc table for jump height, since it's not there. So Lua checks, does npc have a metatable? Yes, it's metanpc. After that, Lua checks that metatable for the $_index rule inside it. It finds $_index, and the rule says, look for the missing key somewhere else. But where? Since we set metanpc.$_index equals metanpc, Lua knows to look inside metanpc. It searches metanpc, finds jump height, and use that value 7. That's the full journey a missing key takes. It works for functions too. Same process applies to functions. If NPC is missing a function but it exists in MetaNPC, Lua finds it there and uses it. If that function needs arguments, you pass them in normally, just like any other function call. Wrapping up, that's metatables and the $_index rule. If $_index still feels a bit fuzzy, don't worry, leave a comment and let me know, and I'll make a dedicated deep dive video on that specifically. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.